Okay, now for the hard part. Um, this one I did as a roof by extrusion, and I created a new section, and I put that section right here, just off of this grid line, the A.8 grid line. That's where we're going to do our sketch. That's on the core where the beam is, okay, that we've got running down the wall. So I created this section right through there. I want it to go through the front roof so I can match up with the angle for it. And I wanted it to go beyond the house so I can see beyond the edge of the house there. And I went ahead and renamed it so I would always know where it is when I needed to come back to it. Okay, so you're gonna I started the sketch in 3D mode, and so I go roof by extrusion, and it asked me for a plane. I chose the A.8 as the grid line that I wanted to do the sketch on, and then it asked me for the level, and I said first ceiling 0 offset. Okay, and then I'll go to this section view, and this is where I did my sketching. Okay. All right, and so you've got a horizontal reference here that's the height of your roof that you had put in already. You've got these vertical reference planes that we put in where the roof slope changes. Okay. Um, and I've got a horizontal one. This one was at the bottom of the roof at the back, which is where I went to and things. So it just do these things. Now, when you go to draw these lines, just draw the line. Don't anchor it to anything. Just draw the line, dimension an angle to it. So dimension the angle, whatever the roof slope needs, just put a dimension in it, and then come in to change that and make it whatever the roof slope needs to be. In this case, 8/10 to 33.69. Okay. Then you can lock that dimension, and then you can use the move command, and grab the end of it, and then move it to wherever the intersection is that you want it to be. Because if you just click and try to drag, or you extend and edit, it really gets weird. Okay. Then you can use the extend tool to extend it down both ways if you need to. And then when you go to draw your second line, do the same thing. Don't anchor it on anything, just draw it. Set the angle. And mine are popping up because they're just snapping to be parallel. Okay, lock the angle and then move the line. Probably doesn't hurt to move the dimension out, huh? And then extend it to wherever you need. Okay, now you're going to need to draw these three, at least these three in. You can draw this one and then mirror it over to here and then extend it on down to there. And that would work fine as long as you come back and lock it in place. This one should come in at the very top of your roof from the porch. And mine ended up a little bit off. 11,128. Okay, so I need to move that up. You're gonna spend a lot of time on your calculator here, so I need to move mine up just a little bit, I do believe. because we want it to come in flush with the top edge of our existing. I need to check that before I say I need to move that because I want to make sure that that's right. Yeah, I need to move it up a little bit. Anyway, so you'll create the lines that you need, at least these three. This one is going to be wherever this one ends, and it's going to join uh, where the roof meets the edge of the wall back here in the back. Okay. And then you'll click OK. I didn't change anything, so I'm just going to go X. And the default is to extrude it like a couple of feet is the way the default works. So what you do is you check it, see if things are lining up, because these should line up pretty well. I've got to move mine up, 11 1/28 of an inch, so that they'll join correctly. And then we're going to go back to our south elevation, and you want to look at this piece of the roof here and this little piece coming up. Now they're not lining up exactly kind of right, but they're pretty close. This is the main roof coming up. That's at a 10-12 slope. We know that. What I had to do is I had to draw a couple of lines up here to see where a projection point would be, to where the two would meet if I moved them out. And then I had to go back and edit this roof to extend it up a little bit more to where those two would naturally join together. Then I selected this one and I drug it on out beyond this ridge here. So when I've already cut it out, so I can't do that. Okay, so I've got to, well, let's see, can I go back and undo the cut? Let's see. Can't cut. No, I got to go further back. Yeah, okay, so here we are. I've extended this one up. If I go back, wow. Okay. South view. So there's the lines. I've extended this one up to where the peak of the two things would meet. And I just had to come back and edit the model for this one. I needed to edit this line for this break in the roof here. I needed to move it over to the point where this ridge coming down would intersect. So I needed to move that one over. Okay. And then when you pull this forward, I need to go to here. If you pull it forward to the ridge right there, okay, it'll look like this. So you can see where that needs to be edited back in. the slopes, I think the slopes will be okay because we're going to trim out a bunch of stuff anyway. And so this thing should work out good. And I check, like I said, I've got to raise my roof so that these two planes here are the same. You kind of come back to the backside here and check. Okay, those seem to be intersecting. Okay. All right, so let me pause this and make that one correction to my roof elevation, and I'll be right back.